Good morning. Let's see how the sound is. Oh, it's fine. Good morning. Grab a cup and join me. Okay, I guess it's kicked in now. All right. First thing is that you can go ahead and guess what's in the cup. Deb knows she's the moderator here. We have a couple of you that are moderators. And you can win a spot on the bracket board if you guess the flavor of the coffee and the creamer and be the first one right on Deb's chat. So put it on live chat. You don't want to be delayed in any of the giveaways. Anyway, so you could also pick something out of this basket. As you can see, there's something new in there. It's the last of those too, finally. Yeah, this is good stuff. It's good stuff. Well, I did have something to whine about today. So I got a new phone. Yeah, mine was not charging or staying charged very long. And, you know, the things they do when they're old. It was a 9. Yep, I was recording with a Galaxy 9 that was kind of cool because, 9. Yeah, okay. But they have upgraded so many numbers that when I went in to look around, they were 25s. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there's this problem. So I taped some videos and went to my computer the way I always do and put it on there, put the videos on there, went to Anna Monica to edit, and it just crashes. Apparently, these videos are not compatible, or they're too big or too strong, or I don't know. But I couldn't get them loaded, and so I had no videos. And I don't know what to do. I don't know. I mean, I could put them up without editing. Not that I take anything out. I don't. It's just that I add an intro and I turn it the right way. And, you don't want to be looking sideways, do you? Or upside down. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So, if anybody has any suggestions, yeah. So I had a video of some purchases that I got this week, and one of them was that I went to Michael's. I wanted to see if anything changed since I'd been there last. I had been going to Joann's every week almost, and I hadn't been in Michael's, I don't know, 2 months. So the long row of main row where you see the big, and the big, there was no yarn there. I think there was one rack that was empty and maybe had a couple of Karen cakes on the top, but other than that, there was no yarn. They were all empty. So I'm guessing that means they're getting a shipment or something. Could be. Then when you went down, there was an end cap of, again, something that didn't look new to me. It looked like it might have been a summer thing from last year. And they were cakes, and I wasn't thrilled about that. And then each row looked absolutely the same to me. So really, I didn't see anything new. But I did notice they had Susan Bates hooks on their back wall, which they never had. So that did change. There was a little more of a different section, and they had Not a lot of singles, but they did have a 5 or 6 pack and then a 3 pack. So, yeah. Okay, so they had some clearance. They had a lot of $12.99 skeins of cakes in the clearance. They were $5. I didn't get any. It was no big deal there. I mean, yes, I buy cakes, but I'm not thrilled about them. So I don't. I only get excited for you guys. But I'm going to blame Beverly for this. And I did, a whole video on this, and I haven't been able to upload it. So this is Beverly's fault. And I'm going to stick to it. So, yeah. So they had all their loops and threads last print, I guess, all on clearance, and they're $5. So this is Beverly's fault. Who else loved lamb chop? Yeah, we grew up with lamb chop. Remember? Well, this looks to me so cute, like lamb chop. Yeah, they had that duck. They had a whole bunch of them, right? But I had to have this. I did. So someday I will do this. But I did have a question. I was wondering if you used the hooks out of here, Bev, because these hooks they're not inline hooks, and I don't like to use other things than inline. So it's something. Upload it without edit. Okay, well, I guess the only way that I could is on my phone, because I don't know any other way. And I remember years ago when I tried to use my phone to upload, it took hours, where putting it on your computer and doing it was literally 5 minutes versus 4 hours. So, I don't know why. But, well, I guess. You did use their hooks? Really? Okay. And I did buy 2 skeins of the facets while I was there. I don't know if you can see. Allergies are really kicking my butt today. Anyway, this is the violet in the facets. It is 100% acrylic, but it has halo, and it's a little thick to thin. Not a huge amount, but a little bit, and it's so soft. Yeah. So I got 2 of those. And while I was looking at the facets, this is how it started. I saw a lone skein of a burnt orange cream. I'm not sure what color way it was, but it had the sparkle in it, and it was real, just a little bit of sparkle in it. So, of course, that's why I was drawn over there, and I picked it up. And I was like, oh, gosh, there's only one. I wanted at least 2 to make a sweater, right? So, and I tell you this in the video, so it's no. But like, yeah, like Bev says, I'll upload it without edit and see if it works. But anyway, so I reached down, the bins underneath, right? We all know the bins underneath. And there is so much stuff that people drag back and forth in the storm and put in different spots. that they couldn't possibly keep track of their inventory because people are, I'm going to buy this, then they put it down somewhere else. They decide they're not going to. Anyway, so I reached down and opened that bin underneath the facets row. Now, the chances of it being any facet in there were pretty slim. However, it was almost like I done something on camera or something, because this woman came right away and she says to me, excuse me, she says, those bins are for overstock. And she says, there's no need to look in them. Well, I'm like, well, there was only one. And she says, well, let me scan it for you. And, and she does. She goes, yep, you're right. There's only one. Well, you could wait until next week. Maybe we'll get another order. And I'm like, no, that's all right. You've already turned me off of your store, Anyway, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, I'm going to buy it if I find it in the overstock. Chill out. I'm not ruining the store, And she was gone already. Anyway, you can't make this crap up. But I got 2 of these anyway, even though, whatever. I don't know. I don't know why people have to be like that. But anyway, so that's the saga of Michael's. There was nothing new yet. No new stuff yet, other than, like I said. So I'm looking around like, what am I talking about today? Okay. We will move on. Move on to our drawing for the cuddle along, because that's the first thing I usually do. And so I have 21 names in there because a new name popped up this week. Yeah. So we'll draw. I'm glad you didn't get arrested. Yeah, she could have pushed the right buttons, She was getting close. Hey, they just took away my Joanne's, and if you know, you know. Mr. Pete, let's get a winner for our cuddle along that we're doing. Oh my gosh, it's June 15th. We're almost done with 3 months of cuddle along, and I just been starting stuff. This is how it gets away from you. Ah, yeah. See, Ravini knows. Yeah, they are. And then there's one person to check you out. Look it. If I wanted to use a machine to check me out and give me my discounts and stuff, I would, I wouldn't trust it, because it's me that's trying to. No, I want a real person. So they have one person. So you have to wait there forever. And then she leaves her post and goes walking. Aren't there other people that can do that for you? And she takes her good old time about it too. Anyway, one person to check out. Seriously? Let's see who we got this week for our cuddle along. Yeah, If we ran it, oh, look at that. Ravini, you are the winner today. Oh, Chera. I know. Might have to extend this one again, But if I do, I have to put up a new one, because the post gets so long that it's so hard. Yeah. All right. So no, I don't mean extend it for the winners. I'll get to that in just a minute. We're going to talk about that because it's coming up here. And gosh, the end of the month is only over 2.5 weeks left of the cuddle along. It's like, oh my gosh. Anyway, Ravini won this week. So in the cut along to get in the random Sunday draw, all you have to do is post your whips. And then to get into the grand prize, you have to have 3 finished items in the month of April, May, and June. And we're getting down there. So anyway, we'll talk about that. I will take a hand raise. So Ravini. Yeah, that'll be your first time that you didn't finish, right? Well, I didn't finish 3 either. I don't know. Did I? No. Well, I don't think I did. I never do. That's okay. Maybe I will. Diana says they get new employees. Well, they're not gonna get the ladies like us, are they? Or will they? Maybe. That's no, every morning, Chera, every morning when I go in, the first thing I do on Sunday is change it to all. And if you change it to all, they're in order. That's the only way that I can do it. And then I have to hit more, and get to my marked to draw, looking at the 1 week ago, and then look at the new. That's the only way. It's very, very difficult. Yeah, that's why I'm always adamant. Put your stuff in the proper featured tab, because if not, I'd be looking all over. Yeah. All right, let's see what Ravini wants to do here. Are you on a spot on the bracket board, girl? Or do you want... Well, that's funny because they're not for me. Has to be all comments. Anyway, they are in order for me because I write them down in order the first week and go from there and that's how I can tell. Okay, number 11. Number 11? What are you? Beverly? Are you on Beverly's side? 11 won last week. And then his wife had a baby boy. And so now he's not driving this week. What the heck? Now, that's not right. He didn't have the baby. Boo that, Denny. All right, Ravini wants number 11. All righty, there we go. Lots of numbers open because we've only been, 2 weeks since we finished the last one, I think, maybe. It might have been only 2 weeks ago. Not quite sure, but anyway, let's... Hello. Oh my gosh, Sandy Duda. Look at... How are you? Oh my goodness. Isn't it funny how when somebody comes up after a long time, you're like shocked. You're like, oh my gosh, it's so great to see you. Wow. I've been so busy that I lost touch with a few people, and you are one of them. Oh my. Good morning. It is a small world, though. So what we've been doing is a cuddle along, and I do have a finished item. Woohoo! Finished item. Here is my corner to corner, and it is done. So I took that teal color and I put it on the edge. There we go. And it's 3 rows. This is came out perfect. This is the one by Creative Grandma. Yep. Yep. So it is perfect. Big squishy hugs from Sandy. Oh, yes. We remember that. Yep. So I have a finished object. And yeah, like I said, allergies are horrible today. This was done in the ice yarn, what they call it? Yeah, Puzzle Baby ice. And you know what? I did one whole skein, and then I started down on the other, and I have this much left. Now, that's quite a bit. That is quite a bit. So I'm thinking if I cast on a hat, I could probably get a little baby's hat out of that. Although it's not real, it'll be kind of like a bulky. It's, this says too fine. Really? I mean, it's not really light like a 2. It's more like a 4. But, I mean, why not try and use this up, right? Okay, well, I will do that. I'll try. And, yeah, I think that using that, I have plenty of it. And I'll have to do the brim in that color. Anyway, so for the first drawing this morning, we're going to ask Deb to mark the chat, and you can win a spot on that bracket board, or something out of one of the baskets. Oh, Sherry had a blanket in the fair, but she only got second. But that's good. That's good. It's so fun to put one in, just to be able to put one in, right? So if you're in the cuddle along, this is the yarn that I put in the cuddle along grand prize. There are 2 of them, and they are just a slightly different color than the one I used. And so those are in there. Puzzle Baby Green is what it's called, but there's barely any green. That's the only green I see. Most of it is light blue and white, and there's some gold. But there's 2 skeins of that in this bag. You get the bag. You had to have 3 finished items in May, April, May, and June for the cut along. You also get a little one of these little bags that Cindy made me to give away, right? And then a stitch marker holder. And I think I even put another stitch marker holder in there too. Yeah. So there's 2 of them. And then after whoever gets picked can pick their favorite stitch markers out of the box. So that way I'm not picking them for you. So that is the grand prize, and it'll be coming up on us before you know it. So make sure you get in 3 finished objects, and you still have a couple weeks to post those pictures. Well, I know they have a New York State Fair in Syracuse, New York, and we don't try to go every single year because the traffic. Thousands and thousands of people go, and every day they post an amount that went through the gates, and it's anywhere between 20,000 and 30,000 people a day. It's ridiculous, crazy. And so the traffic to get there is always horrendous. But anyway, they do have a big, huge barn, I call it, where they have the display of entries for arts and crafts and all that. And I never have either. I never have done it either. Now I know they do it in the local fair here, and I've looked at the entries at the local, and my husband did too, and he's like, your stuff's way better than that. And I'm like, well, again, it takes time to get it the entry in, and you have to give it to, I don't know all the details, but yeah, yes. Denise says no, too many people. It is a lot. But it's also some ridiculous amount of acreage too. So those people are spread out. Um, and I think I when I read that it was somewhere around 20 something acres, or I was shocked. I didn't realize that when you go walking all over and all day long, how many miles you actually walk. So Deb went ahead and got 16 entries into the first drawing for a spot on the bracket board and that. So I'll put this away. That is finally done, but I think there's a possibility that I can make a hat, a small one. So we'll see. Tammy wins, and she wants something out of the brown basket. Okay, so you want to see the brown basket I'm gathering. I'll bring this down a little closer, and we're going to count the bags as number 1. Number 2 is behind it, and the 3 is in the middle, where my hand is. Number 4 is this one, and number 5 is this one. And then we have a bag in the middle from Yarnable, and I throw different things in those zippered pouches. You never know what's going to be in there. And then there's 3 books. We've got a crocheted bedspread book, a learn to knit book, and then a knit magazine I picked up at Joann's, The Knitter. All right. So what can I get you out of there? Number 3, she says. Okay. So number 3 is obvious. You can see what it is. It is peach yarn, right? And we will show her. Because you saw it and picked it, you're probably not going to want to trade it up, right? It is the Cascade Yarn Anthem DK 100% acrylic. So this is the peach colorway. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Would you like a stitch marker to go with this? And if you do, which one would you like? I know I have a bunch still left. I didn't make a lot of new ones lately. I got to get around to doing that. But I do have 2 doggies left, some bees. We have some owls left. Pink flamingo. Gummy bears. Moo cows. Some new daisies, right? An owl. Okay, let's see what owls we have. May only be 1. Yep, looks like 1 because I have pineapples in there. Here's the last owl for a while till I find more. All right. Thanks, Tammy. Way to go. All right, let's make a yarn deal. I know it's getting to that 30-minute of the hour. So Deb's going to mark the chat, and you're going to write in the comments your favorite yarn and your favorite weight You do have to have your United States address to win, as I only ship in the United States, but we've been doing good so far. So anyway, I will go around the room and try to match what the winner wrote. And I usually do pretty good. Sometimes I do better than other times, but haven't been completely stumped lately. I have not, because I always come up with something, right? So what I did do is I started another knit sweater with this facets, though. I did. I didn't need one, trust me, because I've got some to finish. But every time I see a yarn, I want to try out in a baby sweater, knit baby sweater now, because that's who I am, right? So this one is in my my knit sweater book of the 9, and yeah, I'll try and upload that video. It's we'll see. This is in the facets. So this one is, I said, the violet. Yeah, violet. Okay. So let's see. I have the first 6 rows done. There we go. There's your sweater. Yeah. This one is a little different. It's just yarn overs. That's how you do your increases on this one, is yarn overs. And they look different than yep, I want to knit all the baby sweaters. We all have our chapters. Yes, and it's bringing me joy. I just am on Sleeve Island on one of them, you know. So it needs to be done. But I see, new phone, new ding dongs. Anyway, so I've got a couple of crocheted ones I'm working on. I got a couple of knit ones. I probably have 6 sweaters going, but that's okay, because that's what I like. Yep, fur. And then, of course, all of you are doing these cool Amy kits and stuff, and I do want to do this one. I do. I just need to have more time, a quiet time, because when I go somewhere like to the shop and I have a few minutes in between customers, I can't be knitting and I can't be reading a pattern. I have to have something that I can just pick up and set down, pick up and set down, you know, so that's not going to work. All right. Okay, let me see. Anything else that I brought out to talk about? I guess not. I guess not. I didn't do a lot of work this week because I was finishing the blanket. And I'm kind of proud of that, finally. Now that I've done a corner to corner like this, with the stripes and the change of colors and everything and how easy that was, now I want to do more because they are so easy to, you don't have to cut the yarn and change, you know, or nothing. And I think it's pretty cool. So, yeah. I got some of that jacquard, Bernat jacquard at Joann's the last time. And it's, I don't know if I want to use it for a C2C or not. But there's other. And washcloth. Yeah, we're doing washcloth a month. Don't forget to enter. Washcloth a month. Right now we're doing June, so it's blue. Here's the yarn. It's a KNC. Get a little closer. You get a stitch marker. One winter a month, and you get a towel. And this happens to be a 4th of July towel. So that goes along now with our hats, and more hats for the month. I don't know if you remember that, but I run a challenge on my Facebook group. It's linked down below. There's all kinds of stitches for C2C now. Really? Beverly. Oh. Beverly won, and she said I get to pick dealer's choice. Wonder if I should send her an unfinished project. And she won, right? I could send her an unfinished project and she can do it and send it back. Hey, it was her idea. All right, I missed what Lori said. Just gotta look. Well, the only thing about taking one project, Lori, is that if you get bored of it or you get stuck or something, you don't have nothing else with you. You would have to go to a Hobby Lobby and check out something new. And that's my idea on that. So Bev says dealer's choice. Okay. Hey, Bev, there was something in Michael's that I saw yesterday, though I don't think I saw it before. It was a book that was specifically for the Ogo. All of the patterns in it were all Ogo patterns. It was a complete book. I think there might have been 10 patterns or more in there. Show the elephant, she goes. Okay, I will. Here's the basket. Okay, so where's the pattern though? Here it is. It's in my stack of books. So here's the book that Steve sent me. Remember, Steve sent me this book? And that elephant was calling me. So last year, and I'm going to say it had to been last year because Steve hasn't been here for a while, and it was when he was hanging out. I picked out some of this yarn bee denim to make my elephant with. I put them in this basket, see? Right? And I also picked out some Lulu to give him a little halo. Right? And here is my elephant so far. I'm not doing bad. It's just that I have to have time to actually work on it and read the pattern. And so that's where it's stumping me up because I don't have enough time. So Bev said, send it to me and I'll do it. No, that's not going to teach me nothing. No, I did not do it. I got, I don't even know what part of the body this is. I think it's the body. I don't know. It's been so long since I worked on it. Oh, they don't have an LYS. Yes, take 3 projects. Whatever, right? Do what makes you happy. So anyway, yeah, that's the body. I know it is because, see, yeah, it's a leg. No, come on. They're picking on me. I'm okay. Let's see. It says body. Start with the body. There. And then I even have a sticker here saying what row I'm on and what hook it is. Yeah, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that when it gets to the point where I'm going to sew them together, I'm not going to be 100% happy with it because I don't have any practice. And then the eyes, I know better. So if something happens where I cannot sew this together. The shit's going in a bag to Florida, and that's that, and that's what's gonna happen. Because she offered, right? Okay, let's find something for Bev. She said dealer's choice. Oh, that's a hard one. That is hard. Play me some Van Halen, and I will go look around, see what I got to trade to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The whole back seat. She's got the whole back seat. How many days on the road? This is not fair. I have to pick something out that is my choice. Oh my heavens. Eh. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I will send her the elephant. Okay. I don't know. Really don't know. You know, last week was funny. Huh. You never know what you're going to find when you're looking through stuff. Oh, I don't know. Bev, you put me on the spot, you little stinker. Oh. Something different? So, I don't know what to send you. It's all kinds of stuff. Oh, here's a kit. Oh, I could send her this kit. Yeah, could do that. Okay, here's the kit. Okay, I'll give her a choice, right? I'll give her a choice. All right, see you later, Lori. Have fun on your vacation. We'll be looking to see what you made, what you got accomplished. All right, so no one has gotten the coffee yet? Are you kidding me? My gosh, it's not that hard. It's not hard. Okay, so I found one of these kits. Now, this one has some challenge in it. And why I figure I might as well offer it up is because I joined the Mary Maxim Sock Yarn Club this year, and it's every other month, and this is one of them. So this one is got color work in it. There is Patton's Croy sock yarn in here. Okay, let me open it up. This one is Beverly made an amazing owl on her channel using a free hobby pattern. Awesome. Beverly makes all kinds of stuff. She has for years. Patton's, she sells it too. At the craft, one of the craft things she goes to. Patton's Croy sock yarn. Okay. And they have the red for your contrasting color for your color work. And the pattern. Well, let me get that out because it's being a pain. And the pattern, right? There is your color work. Okay, so she has a choice. She doesn't have to take it. And I did a kit because I have always been challenging Miss Bev. We used to challenge each other quite often. She would send me something and I would send her something on a mystery, right? So I'll send her a sock pattern if she wants. She doesn't have to take it. Or she can trade it up for something out of the baskets, right? Or a spot on the bracket board. So let's hear it, Bev. Which one did you want to do? How did I do? Color work sock monkey. I didn't know if that was a good statement or a bad one. But that's okay. It's all in good fun either way. The sock yarn. See? She likes it. Okay, let me let you pick out a stitch marker to go with. Alrighty. What stitch marker have you seen in here that you like? I do have those new flower, the daisies, and I don't think you got one yet of the new ones. Why can't I remember your favorite color, Bev? I usually know everybody's favorite color because, you know. Oh, and I had some of those butterflies, the iridescent ones. Yeah. So you could make a sock monkey out of this yarn. All right, let's see what stitch marker would you like? I still have gummy bears. I got bumblebees. I guess these are bumblebees. A daisy. You don't have a favorite. Okay, I will show you the daisies. Where's my hook? These are, you know, something that the flowers, the daisies are part of my favorite thing. So there. Okay, let's see. I got 4 colors right now. So that's lavender, peach, green, and blue, but they're so light pastel. They're so pretty. So green, blue, lavender, and peach. Beautiful. You don't have a favorite color. Oh, okay. I got to put one in the lavender. All right. Thank you. Okay. How fun is this? Whenever you get anything from me and it's got a stitch marker, I always put it on the yarn somewhere. So don't forget to look for it because it'll be... Teal is your favorite color. All right. Join the teal group, Bev, because I have 3 other people that's favorite color is teal. And Deborah is one of them. And Linda is the other. Yeah. Stephanie was always on the same color wheel as I was. Anything maroon and that whole mauve color wheel. And then, of course, Ravinia's red. Teal girls. All right. Does anybody want to pop up here and come on for 5 minutes and join me on the panel and show me something they're working on? Go ahead and click the link. And no one has got the coffee yet. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? The ones that I used, yeah, yeah. I can still make more of them. But I always change the daisy up a little bit. But the smile faces, are from me, right? And okay, maybe I'll do another couple videos and do them with no editing. I don't know. Blue teal with dark blue Afghan. Yeah. You want a red kitchen? Love it. This is good stuff, by the way. Yeah, it's really good. I have. There's a couple of girls that send me boxes of um, what they are is they're the coffee, uh, the little cups that go in your Keurig cups, and girls send me those, and the packs usually come with at least one coconut in it, and they're not bad. They're not bad. Um, so that's how we play this game: is I get 12 flavors of coffee from somebody and 12 from somebody else, and before you know it, I've got 50 flavors in my cupboard that I can pick from, and who knows what it's going to be that day. So that's where this is coming in to guess the flavor of coffee and the flavor of creamer every week. And no one has guessed it today. So there you go. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, let me see. Ask me anything within reason. We'll do that now. And are we excited about the race being in Mexico City today? I know I am. It's a street race, road race, whatever, and I'm excited about it. I cannot believe that Daniel Suarez won the Xfinity race yesterday in his hometown. I mean, come on, how they went nuts. They went crazy. And yeah, I only have a couple of race fans here that watch it with me, but if you know, you know. It almost like, gee, Daniel hasn't been in the top 10 or top 5 at all that I can remember all year. But okay, it was. It is huge. It's huge. For them, I'm happy for them. I'm really happy. That's wonderful. Now, today, let's see Chase win. Thank you very much. Hmm. Okay, nobody else has any questions or anything for me? Oh my. Oh my. Well, get your finished items in for 3 finished items for the cuddle along. Now, let's take a vote right now. We have 27 of you left. Most of you. Huh. No, I have not heard of coffee concentrate. No, I haven't heard of it. Um, we have 2.5 weeks left of the cuddle along. To win this yarn in this bag, you have to have 3 finished items done by the end of June. That will finish up the cuddle along. Does anybody want me to do another month of cuddle along? Or 3 months? Okay, let me see. If we did July, August, September, Yeah, I could do that. I could do another 3 months of cut along if you wanted. But if you want to do baby items, continue it, another 3 months. That's my thing. So if you follow me and it's your thing, yeah, see, there are people that like it. Yeah. And that's why you're here, because for 5 years I've been doing this stuff. And okay, all right, that's an idea. And then I'll do another grand prize with other stuff for the next 3 months, and I'll do a new post for that. It's cool for me, and it makes it easier on me if something is going on for a while. It keeps me engaged, but it still lets me do my job and do my work and have the channel. So, if I do that, okay, or if I skip June, no, sorry, if I skip July and then do August, September, October, it's going to mess it up for our whip it good. We always do whip it good the last of the year, and we leave December out. So I need September, October, November for whip it good. All right. So, okay, then what we'll do is we'll do August and we'll do July. No, wait, that ain't going to work. I can do whip it good for 2 months. How's that? So let's do Christmas in okay, I got it. We'll do Christmas in July for July, right? I got a yarn, a skein of yarn over there. I'm going to show it to you in a second. That's screaming to me. And it needs to be worked up. So I have that. I may not finish it, but it'll be Christmas in July. Okay, we'll do Christmas in July. I got it. Then we'll do August and September cuddle along for 2 months. Then we'll do October, November for whip it good. How's that? Does that sound good? I better write it down before I forget. July. Christmas in July. Okay. And then August and September, we'll do back to cuddle along. And then October and November, we'll do whip it good. Whip it good is where you finish up whips that are languishing from earlier in the year. Whip it really good. It's funny, we've been doing that for 3 years now, something like that. Anyway, I want to show you that yarn. We've been doing it for quite a while, and I saw it somewhere where it said something about do it really good or something. And I always think about us and how they're copying us. Hang on, I want to get that yarn and show it to you for July. So this was one of the Christmas yarns I got. One of the last winter Christmas yarns they had on sale last year. It's a big twist winter, and that is the colorway. It's called Trimming the Tree, and I only got one. Right? So I thought you went away, Lori. I didn't think you were still here. Okay, she says. Can the Christmas entries be whips? Do you want to explain yourself? Because I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. It will be a continuation, Ravini. Definitely a continuation. So anything that's not finished can continue into the second part 2 cuddle along. Yes. Because if it's not finished, it didn't count for the grand prize. So then if you still have it ongoing, you can work on it in August and September. So The second question is, can the Christmas entries be whips? As long as it's a Christmas theme or colors, or you giving it to somebody for Christmas, and it's made in August or July, right? What else do you mean? It doesn't have. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I get it. So if I'm only giving you a month for Christmas in July, you would think, oh my gosh, I get to use Christmas towels for the washcloths. Oh boy. And I get a ton of them. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So, can you use? Yes. It's only a month. Yes. You can use your whips, get them done, but whip it good. Leave something for that at the end of the year. You got tons of stuff. I know you do. But I just thought that would work out good for July. Can you double dip? Not on my channel. You can't make something in 2 challenges. I never ever. No. Hats, if you make a hat, it cannot go in a different hat, a different category. No. But you can do it with somebody else's channel. You can make one on Laura's channel for her washcloths and use it for mine. Yes. Yeah. You can do that. Yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd show you that yarn. All right. What else? Oh, the coffee. What? You guys didn't get blueberry? Blueberry with hazelnut. Yeah. Mountain blueberry. Yum. It's really good. Really good. All right. If you are not a member here yet, go ahead and do that. Okay. Yeah, plenty to do in the fall. So do I. And I keep starting new. Yeah, startitis. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, if that is all, I will say, take a moment out of each day, be creative, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.